So, to cut to the quick, Miss Innit, your preposterous plot was this: to tax the mind of Mr. Wax, to attack him at his most relax. Pandering to Wax's whims, you planted poison, did you not, Miss Innit? A toxin slowly released from a Baroque period instrument. To snuff out the life of Wayne Wax was your intent in it, wasn't it? In your elemental lair, where fire, water, earth, and air were all stacked. Now, as Wayne's light aircraft fly toward the sun for the very last time, you, in it, with a 300-year-old spirit girl as accomplice, you jump with joy, knowing just what fate await that unfortunate clot, sat serene in his craft, smiling wanly at the late sun, his limbs lodged against what? Against your instrument of death, wrapped in tapestried cloth. For here lie a vial, owned, disowned by Antonio Vivaldi once. Yes, Vivaldi, of the Four Seasons fame and 500 concertos. Oh, let's not beat about the bush. One concerto writ 500-fold. Just why this viol, or viola da gamba, to call it official, lay by Wax's legs as he steered his private plane, we'll come to in due course. Suffice to say that you knew what vileness would seep from Vivaldi's vial. And as that instrument weep at Wayne Wax's feet, there I must rest my case. Case rested, the prosecutor goes back to whence he came, or will come, when the rest turn to unrest, in the future, late 2017. Now, mid-17, prosecution voice proposed by Professor Loyne. He play devil's advocate before being plain devil, or so it seem. It won't stick, Collie Innit. Most twisted plan of least gifted person. They're not going to believe such stuff in a million. Oh, it's fucking great. You'll get away with murder aided by spirit girl from years long gone. It's foolproof. Only fool admits second accomplice. Hey, now just wait. But by then, Sigmund Loyne Prof was caught in a trap, hook, line, and stinker. That smell came from a hospital room, 2017, midsummer. Sigmund and Cully had trekked to see Carl's daughter, Susan Innit, for whom Loyne bore the eternal paternal. Potentially, why not? Susan's room at the Min and Nim Akelstone Hospital was private. Loyne thought Wax was greasing palms. Wax thought Loyne was stumping up to fund it. In reality, a righteous charity was footing Susan's bill. An organization based in Stravinsky-Grad on the Eastern Steppes. Where it sprang from was anybody's guess. Collie could scarcely care less. Whilst if a man can avoid asking awkward questions, a man sure will. Akelstone District and Hospital was, without question, south-lying, in the new city of Colostomy Inn. loin and in its domain. In the hospital itself, Susan in its bed was now east-facing, eyeing up Stravinsky-grad, perhaps, or to see Jesus coming again. Fixed now, sure, but that bed had travelled the compass, pulled pillow to post. Sparks flew over where Susan pointed. Truth be stranger than friction, no? Admitted New Year 17, Susan looks towards the wintry north. Whilst in March, Collie, drunk with rage, fear, lambrusco, shift her daughter west, so she can read the gravestone when it get erected. Slurs Carl, a sprawl. Then, needled by nincompoops, Jesus freaks step up and whoop. East be best, East be blessed. Which bring us neatly back to that day, when Carl and Sick trek to the Hoz, summer solstice 2017, and paganism perjoins the air. South, 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 south. Shut your mouth, you sanguine cunt. South, 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 south. Collie in Edmiz is on a roll. Help me! And so is her daughter. Sigmund Loin, Prof, reclined next to Susan, decline, out of sanguinity. Fair face, shriek Carl. It's for Susan she's shifting. Don't you see? For her. The Prof, now sitting up, nods and shakes his head in equal measurely. It's not every day Susan shifts south for Susan, even midsummer. Is the mad dog sun barking out its orders to Susan in its room? Does a light vapor trail cry wolf once too often to the sliver moon? At this juncture, this shifted Susan might be unbettable, right brassed off, bearing Collie in it Mez's mother, and as for Sigmund Loin, Prof, well, he was less Ewan McGregor and more Pete Postlethwaite. Oh, please stop. Oh, just listen to yourself, Susan, blaming your mother, Collie, for not knowing every trick in the book, and Loiny for purjoining that lack of knowledge and building it into an art form, when all it really required was a heart spawned by a care god. But didn't Collie, with Loiny's help, burn from her mistakes with you, on you, store all of those errors, and, with Loiny's help, build a brave yet honest treatise to aid good people in their struggle to raise their brats? And surely Collie's heartfelt effort to provoke debate, to create a positive template for the raising of brats, push Loiny to push the boat out firstly, with his personal mission to rescue the drowning, in his groundbreaking yet Buddhist interpretation of parental angst, entitled The Dharma of Beating a Child. But didn't Collie, in some misguided capacity, respond to Loiny's out-snoring with her own life-lederhosen account of the strains and pains of being alive, in her ever more groundbreaking study, Oh, Why Is He Such an Utter Cunt? Followed by its prequel, never been sure of that logic, Well, Why Is She Such an Utter Cunt? And yet with all of that, you, Susan, you still find time to bemoan your own disowned mother and dishevelled apparent father. Oh, no, you don't, Soz. Oh, no, you don't, Soz. Bemoan, moan, beddable, shiftable Susan does not, cannot, will not. From the sun-smooched courtyard outside, a song carried on the warm, still air. Shivering and frozen, we cross the smoked snow in biting wind spill. It floats into Susan's sticky hot room, and it is too much to bear. Sigmund and Collie are moved to tears or perspiration, as they will. Susan remains chilled, attended now by a nurse flush with medicine. We choke on bitter pill of fire tears appeasement, as remote to us. He's from Stravinsky grad, stammers the nurse. Same friggin' song every June. Sweats cobs in them furs, but you want to tell that whole kid's summer, well, good luck. Course, peeps, it's winter in Russia right now. Pipes up Collie, innit, girl? Yet Susan respond not, but lets the beep of the machine speak for her. And the Russian sings, when we end up us over tit, we crack up. Ah! Thud of his fall, pause, guffaws, folk at windows roar. Oh, that summer ice, oh, those damnable Roman Polanski film polemics, quips the prof. Dunno about no pole mix, says Cole, but some prats just laid out that Rusky dude. No one could quite believe what happened to that Stravinsky gradian, who'd been kissed by Tolstoy and Stalin, and on the same cheek by all accounts. Hozzy uproar. Russians and pratfalls make strange bedfellows, they're saying. Patients wearing thin. Their new Sky Channel, Drip Feed 17, shut down. Casualty reruns deferred. Charlie Fairhead's Bifter is put on hold. Oh, God, groans Collie. There's that arse that done over that Rusky tit. What the F? I'd recog that slimy face anywheres. It's Wayne Wax. Shit! All creepy quiet. Then Loin, shaking, asks, what's he doing here, missing it? Come to find me, innit, she replies. And his girl, but especially me. Oh no, look, he's off, it's okay. Just come to bash Ruski. He hates commies, see? Later, Loin and Innit safe. I feels like singing, Sigmund, notes Collie, seeing we're heading back to Gav. Homeward go hard hearts, with north wind blood chill, for seeping through nook and cranny, be winters, Niagara's, timpani. Oh, lovely. What's it actually mean? The professor smiles at her still. Well, you'd have to ask Rusky, but he's now inside what we're outside of. And pissed off, prof, rushing about or not in the Oz with Wayne Wax fact off. Like some slithermoon, I suppose. I still don't know what that means neither, prof. It's ironic, Loin adds to no one in particular, is it not? You, wide-eyed, legless, singing comedian with Culture Club to your daughter who knows not what day it is, pushed hither, thitherly, by peeps who don't know what the point is, except to see a Russian punch-drunk. And then, seeping through nook and cranny, me and thee call cook and nanny. Susan Innit comatose, with child, force-fed, song, not Russian, you hear? Hook, line, stinker, essence long since. Now, though, let's go back 17 year. Prof Line and Cully Innit first knew each other pre-millennium time. They met in the construct of the new city of Colostomy Inn. He, therapist, seeking clients. She, very pissed, looking for a sign. She find him down a cul-de-sac where he gives some never-ending spin. There's an affair marked by twists and turns, roadblocks, roundabouts, and deadways. She show rococo dance moves. He mirror Coco Van, elocuting. Interminable therapy, VW camping holidays. Think patter of tiny feet, featureless pater, affair petering, outgrowing, outgrown, outlandish pain mum, dad expat-ish Spain. The pain of mum fall mainly on deaf ears. Feet pit-patter as they rain. Terror talk. Silence, bulk, and Sigmund Loin Prof deign to such disdain as proclaim love for Susan Innit, his daughter. Oh, so it be claim. Susan Innit, born to Collie Innit, Ms. on stroke of new millennium. One dad reside, one dad preside. Wax, loin, wax, take your wick of 'em.